Hello, my name is Lena Kim, and I'm going to introduce the book called The Diary of Younger and Frank. First, I will introduce the author who wrote the book, characters of The Diary of Younger, World War II, and the summary of the book. Anne Frank, the author of The Diary of Younger, died during World War II. Her father, Otto Frank, survived and published the book. Now I'm going to introduce the characters of the book called The Diary of Younger. First, Anne Frank was the main character of the book, and she was born in 1929, but she died in 1945 in Belsen concentration camp. Margot Frank was Anne's older sister, and she was born in 1926, but she died in 1945 in Belsen concentration camp. Otto Frank was Anne's father, and he was born in 1889, but he died in 1918. He was the only survivor of the concentration camp. He later published Anne's diary. Edith Frank was Anne's mother, and she was born in 1900, but she died in 1945 in Auschwitz concentration camp. Mr. Van Den was Peter's father and was born in 1938, but died in 1944. Mrs. Van Den was Peter's mom, who lived in the secret annex with Anne's family. She was born in 1900, but she died in 1945. Peter Van Den was Anne's boyfriend, and he was born in 1926, but he died in 1945 in Mauthausen concentration camp. World War II lasted from 1938 to 1945. It was a war between the allies such as the United States, the Soviet Union, and Britain, and the Axis powers such as Germany, Japan, and Italy. It was the most devastating war in world history, with over 60 million people killed. However, if you look a little more closely, Germany's Hitler would take control of all of Europe except for England. As the Sino-Japanese War was prolonged, Japan invaded Southeast Asia for underground resources and advanced to the South Pacific of occupied Indonesia underground resources. It banned the export of war material but had an influence in the South Pacific region, and Japan raided the U.S. base in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. World War II, after the British-American coalition drives out Germany and dropped nuclear bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan. Originally, Anne and Anne's family lived in Germany, but when Hitler took over, they had to move to the Netherlands. after Hitler's occupation of the Netherlands, Anne's life was getting worse. Anne's family, who lived with Peter, hid in a corner of the building called the Secret Annex. During the 2 years Anne spent hiding in the annex, she and Peter dated, and the bond and relationship between the cohabitants also came out. However, they were all taken to Nazi concentration camp. Otto Frank, the solo survivor, published the book called Anne's Diary. This is the end of story. Thanks to this book, I learned what Jewish life was like during World War II. However, personally, I don't like this kind of book because of the gloomy background. I hope to read a book that has a happy ending. Thank you very much for listening my presentation.